Watch Transit TV right now.
Biar mo na ultimo komentaryo uno. Keep watching Transit TV and stay more for premium content. Otra vez, adios.
A lot of problems. Like I said in the beginning of the game, it looked like they came with try to soak and absorb pressure and see what Arsenal has to offer. But once they considered that goal and had to come out to play football, they caused Arsenal problems, especially in the second half. They changed their tactics, poured number. Transit TV, welcome back again. Welcome back, still in Florida, enjoying the good weather and of course doing this business out here. And of course, we have to consistently bring you the show wherever we go. And today was Arsenal playing the Champions League, their third game into this season's Champions League. And yes, it wasn't a good one. We got their 3 points for sure, but this is not a habit that Arsenal fans know Arsenal for. And it wasn't a very interesting game, but the good thing is they have their 3 points in the bag, 2 wins, 1 draw, yet to consider Champions League this season. If you look at the statistics, if you look at results, you will say, what more will you ask from a team? But we know the levels Arsenal can play, and that was not exactly what we're seeing today. So the big question now is, what is going on with Arsenal? What is really going on with Arsenal? Because presently, they don't have rhythm to their play. Today, Arsenal had no rhythm at all. They are only, for a few minutes into the game, they show some kind of supremacy. Because, and I'll put that because to the fact that Shakhtar came with a plan to probably try to absorb pressure and hit Arsenal on the counter. You can see they have a lot of pace in that team. But once they considered the goal, they held on to that to the end of first half. And second half, it was a different thing entirely. So yeah, the question is, what is wrong with us now? Today, I remember I complained over the weekend that Arteta played a very rigid midfield, having Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Mikel Merino in the midfield. Today, he changed it up, dropped Leandro Trossard into the 10 position. Trossard that filled that position for Odegaard, you may remember, but he has done a good job, but not a great job. So again, today, Leandro Trossard continued to struggle. He was scoring his goal coming out from the bench, and there was a lot of, including me, myself, who were making case that I think he had done enough to start for this team. But for some time now, he had a good run out in the team. I don't think he has done particularly well. It looks like Trossard is just a magic man coming from the bench. Today, again, he struggled. Of course, he missed the penalty as well. And very poor penalty. I've not seen this type in an Arsenal jersey for a very long time. It was a very poor penalty, and Arsenal almost paid for it. But he was lucky. Somehow, the team bailed him out, did what they have been known to do well in a long time, that is defending, and defended very well. They didn't concede a goal today, meaning that they won the game 1-0. Yeah, so that's the first talking point of this game. Leandro Trossard and Arsenal don't have a rhythm to their play presently, and it's really becoming disturbing, to say the least. And that takes us to the second talking point. Another player that I've been very vocal about is Gabriel Jesus. He's had his injury woes, had struggled with injury for a very long time now. At important times in the season, he has not managed to stay fit. He came back, he couldn't start the season with Arsenal, and coming back a few weeks now and trying to, get a playing time. He's not looked happy. It looked like he feels that he should be starting games for Arsenal. I remember Ateta was questioned about it in the press conference this morning, and he said that Jesus has to earn the right to play. And it's not because he's playing badly. Of course, he's going to have need to play some games to get into the rhythm, which was what I said in the last video, if you remember. Jesus needs to be patient. It takes some time, but this team is well drilled. It don't just come in and get your shirt. So yeah, I think, but today Jesus did better than what we are seeing him do. But the question is, Jesus can not still score a goal. Today he had two good chances, or I can say one. At least one of them is very easy. We saw Vinicius Junior score that goal, score something like that today for Real Madrid. So Jesus should, in as much as he can, be angry and be mad as much as you can. But when it's time to do the business, you need to find a way to talk these chances away. Jesus is no longer a kid, 26 years now, 27. It should be in his prime and should work in finishing chances. That's just what Arsenal need. In a game like this that you're struggling to have a foothold in the game, when chances come your way, talk them away, and it gives you some space to express yourself and to relax and play and enjoy the game. But what did Jesus do today? Again, missing chances. Today, Real Madrid was 2 goals down against Dortmund. Wasn't playing particularly well, but when the chances came, they took it. And what did they win the game? 4-2. So this is what is expected at this level. But right now, Arsenal is struggling to create chances, struggling to have rhythm in their games, and you begin to wonder if they are really going to challenge for the title this season. But you're not going to hold that too strong, because this is exactly how they started last season. Last season too, from the beginning of the season to December, it was 3 points here and there, 1 to the Arsenal, the smash and grab until December. They went to Dubai and came back in January, if you remember, and started scoring 4-5 goals, and inheriting teams, killing teams off in first half. In 20 minutes, Arsenal was scoring 3 goals. So I don't know, whatever the UCL did in Dubai, probably they will have to make that trip again come January, so that this team can get back to their winning ways and the way that they should be playing. I mean, there's quality. This team now have played together for at least, the core of this team have been together for 3 years. So there shouldn't be any reason why they should have rhythm the way they play. So yeah, Jesus is coming up, but I still don't think he's in his best. But most importantly, he needs to go and hire a personal goal scoring coach to give him some extra training. He has to do some training about scoring. I don't know why. Jesus is a very, very good player. You could see his pressing today was top notch. He was putting, when he had the chances, he was putting Shakhtar Donetsk under serious pressure, winning back possession. He can dribble. He's very strong in duel as well. But it's just that as a front player, as an attacker, when it comes to finishing chances, he always, is found wanting. Obviously, if you watch this game, for those who did not watch it, it was a Martinelli show. Martinelli has been having his own fair share of criticism as well in an Arsenal shirt. But in the last few games, man, was the one that will play the last game that they played, he has shown. And today, from minute 1, it was obvious that Shakhtar has to do something about the right side of their defense. But Martinelli was a thorn in their flesh from the beginning of the game till the end. And he put in some very, very serious defensive work as well. You remember when Luis Kelly could not come in because he had his metal earring, and he had to which delayed him from coming in after Calafiori got injured. Martinelli put in some very serious run back to help Arsenal defend with 10 men. Yeah, today was a Martinelli show, and I think for me, he should be the man of the match for this game. Yeah, Martinelli did very, very well today, and there's no doubt he was the man of the match. And I hope that he can continue in this manner. Of course, it's the goal that was scored, you can say it's Martinelli goal, but of course, it was officially recorded as an own goal. Martinelli as well needs to work. I think Arsenal as a team, you cannot deny the commitment. You cannot deny the kind of work rate that they put into these games. But in the final third is becoming a very big problem for this team. Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, they need to go find their scoring boots. For me, this is the answer to the question: what is wrong with Arsenal? They cannot score goals. They cannot create chances. In the final third, the quality in the final third is nowhere close to what we know this team about. But all season I've tried not to find an excuse or find any reason, because when you start to challenge for titles, you have to find a way to deal with problems. But let's not deny the fact that one of the reasons why these problems has persisted, why Arsenal is struggling to have rhythm in their plays and of course score goals, is because of the quality of players that they also have injured. So many players in this starting 11 have been in and out of the team with injuries. Martin Odegaard, you remember, by the third game of the season, got injured and has never played since that time. And this is a player that Arsenal does not have anybody close to what he brings in their squad. On the other hand, Saka now 2 games has not played. And of course, Timber played 2-3 games, has been injured as well. Arsenal has used more than 4 or 5 right backs, and the same with the left back in just about 9 or 10 games this season. So that tells you the amount of rotation Arteta would has have to deal with all season is mind blowing, and obviously it's going to affect any team. If it's one player or two, you can understand it, but when you start to chop and change 4, 5, 6, 7 players for your team each time because of injury. Today again, the team, they've lost Calafiori. I hope that's not a very serious injury. So I think that could be a reason why they are finding it difficult to have a rhythm in their play and create chances. But of course, it's not going to be an excuse coming into the season. So Arteta and this team have to find a way to find solutions to this problem and begin to play the way fans expect them to play, and even rivals, because Arsenal is no longer the Arsenal of yesteryears. People expect them to be in title challenge year in year out, if not winning this season. So I'm not going to count them out because of what happened last season. It was like this too at the beginning of last season, but once it hit December, January, this team, switched into gear and they never looked back to the end of the season. Yeah, another talking point, and very important one. You're not going to finish talking about this game and won't talk about Shakhtar. Shakhtar gave a very, very good account of themselves today, and they caused Arsenal a lot of problems. Like I said in the beginning of the game, it looked like they came with try to soak and absorb pressure and see what Arsenal has to offer. But once they considered that goal and had to come out to play football, they caused Arsenal a problem, especially in the second half. They changed their tactics, poured numbers forward, and what the major thing they did today that was difficult for Arsenal to deal with was the movement of the players. The Shakhtar Donetsk players were very fluid, and they were interchanging in position, and Arsenal continuously throughout the game, especially in the second half, could not deal with that problem. But unfortunately, that Arsenal has a very defensive quality. The defense stood for it. On another day, this Shakhtar will score in this game. And obviously, they also had a chance. Let me not say they had a chance. They had a very good shot on goal that Raya pulled out what you can call almost a workers class save. Yeah, so Shakhtar brought this problem today for Arsenal, and Arsenal could not deal with it. And this is where you start to scratch your head to understand what is going on with Arsenal. Normally, when teams come at Arsenal like this, that's when they thrive. Because you open up for them to play, and Arsenal usually pounces on that. But these days, once they go one go up and things start to become rocky, this team usually resets into default mode of defending, and that was what we saw for about 10 minutes into this game, and Arsenal never really wanted to attack. And this is one issue that I think Arteta needs to deal with. This attitude of resetting to defensive mode every time things go wrong with this team is no longer interesting. Yes, it's good. The team is known for their defensive abilities, but it can't just always easily reset to that. If you want to be seen as a big team, when you play against teams that you are supposed to be winning against, you should exact yourself, except in a very, very difficult situation. But today, Arsenal failed to play, especially in the second half, and Shakhtar was all over the place, ran them ragged, But obviously, Arsenal was able to claim 3 points in this one because of their strength in defensive departments of the game. So yeah, that's what it was. Let me know what you think about this one. Was it a good win for Arsenal? Do you think it's just all about 3 points? Right now, I think they are fourth on the overall Champions League table. Let me look at it right now. And probably, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be seeing it on the table, on the screen right now. Arsenal is fourth, 7 points. They have 7 points. Sporting has 7 points. Monaco has 7 points. Aston Villa is currently leading the the Champions League table with a maximum 9 points after beating Bologna 2 goals to nothing today. So yeah, Naomi and his boys are doing magic out there in the Villa Park. Champions League, who would have predicted this one leading the pack after three games? Of course, this round of games will be concluded tomorrow and Thursday, so there are still games to be played. This table obviously will change by end of this week. Then by Thursday, we'll be able to know exactly how this table stands. And for those who do not know, this year's Champions League, the top 8 teams are going to qualify straight into the knockout stage, while the 9 to 24 will have another round of game in home and away, depending on who you are paired with in that round, before we get the final 16 to go into the knockout stage. So that's how the Champions League this year has been structured. So let's look out tomorrow and Thursday and see what the results are going to be. And we'll have 3 more games to go. Yeah, you can say what we want to say. If Arsenal manages to win at least 1 more game and maybe draw one, I think they will be in contention to qualify for the knockout stage. So let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you think is the reason why Arsenal have failed to have rhythm in their games presently, or even create and score goals? They've been struggling in front of goal lately. What do you think could be the reason? Let me know in the comment section. I will see you again.